Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Welcome back, and the holiday season is upon us, and it makes us start thinking about things that maybe we want to change, things we want to do, maybe some gifts we want to give or receive. And as a professional hypnotist, our next guest joining us, Amy Koford's here to tell you that she can help you with a lifetime guarantee with maybe it's a phobia, maybe it's anxiety about those relatives coming over for the holiday, anything. It's exciting to know that she's here. She's a speaker, she does seminars, and she's really an artist in her craft. So Amy, the Happy Hypnotist, joins us live today here. Are you in Utah?
I am.
I wasn't sure if you were on vacation or something, but she's working with clients worldwide. So welcome back to the show. And got to start off for new time listeners. Why do they call you Amy, the Happy Hypnotist?
Because I am the happiness and peace expert as a hypnotist. That came upon me not really planned, but I have a lot of history. We can get into that in a little bit. And so I became an expert in happiness, and plus I love to be happy.
I know. She just
like so many people.
Emanates, let alone her 5-star rating on Google and all of her, she just does so much to help so many people. And especially around the holidays, I think it's great that we're talking because people can, maybe get the peace that they need for the holidays. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what Amy Koford, by the way, that's AMYKOFORD.com. Go to that website. Tell us a little about what you do.
All right. So I'm a professional hypnotist, speaker, author. Like you mentioned, I do hypnosis. Well, you didn't mention this, but I do hypnosis shows and seminars. So the hypnosis shows are for fun and entertainment, but they can also cause life changes. For example, I got a call last week from someone that I had done a show with a few weeks ago. And she said, I don't know what you did to me, but I haven't slept in years, and after the show, I slept really well all through the night, solid for a few nights. So I need to come back and see you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so they're fun, but they also have life improvement too. Yeah, wow. And then a number of things. I love speaking. I love helping people. That's what it's all about.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we love that you're here. You always have great stories to tell about the types of things you're helping people with. And, including, there's phobias, there's anxiety, like you said, sleeping, quitting smoking, weight loss. What are some things that maybe that are unexpected that you can really help with? I love hearing this because there's like hundreds or thousands of things that hypnosis really can do. And maybe our minds know like the first 5 or so things on top of our head. Tell us some of the things that really go deep and that we don't know that you can help with.
Well, I do a lot with trauma work.
Okay.
And that is something that is super effective. I've helped people with severe anxiety by disconnecting some of their past traumas and a number of different ways that we can get it to be okay in their mind so that they're not reliving it again and again. Oh. So, yeah, there's that. I've had some unusual requests over the years, but I do get a lot of people that'll say, you're going to think that this is so weird. I'll say, I promise you won't. And then they'll tell me what it is. I'll say, no, that's not weird at all. I do have sexual things that I help people with. I don't know how detailed we want to go, but it helps a lot with that. Certain dysfunctions or fears, phobias with that. So I do get a lot of that. Porn addiction, and just a number of things like hair pulling, eyelash pulling, nail biting. And, I love working with teenagers too. A lot of teenagers struggle with self-esteem issues, with confidence. I have a lot of teenagers that have come to me for sports performance. I've had cheerleaders, I've had gymnasts and dancers, I've had a lot of wrestlers and golfers. And all of them are teenagers. One of the golfers that came to me last year, she was number 2 teenage golfer in the country. And so sports performance is great. I'll tell you that the best athletes out there are utilizing hypnosis to help them be even better. So I do a lot of sports performance, particularly with teenagers and people in their young 20s. Older. I got a guy in his 50s a couple of months ago that came to me for golf sports performance. He said, man, I go golfing with my buddies and I'm embarrassed that I'm not better.
Oh my
So I worked
goodness.
on that and it helped him a lot. It helped him tremendously. So yeah,
Oh, sports
and a number of them.
performance.
Yep.
Secrets
Yep.
to
I
like the
get
stars out there, like the Tiger Woods of golf. Like they probably have someone like you in their corner. Why not?
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. The best athletes are utilizing hypnotism to
Ah.
help them be better.
Oh my goodness. See, I honestly never thought about that. And what
Oh
about
yeah.
men and women, entrepreneurs? Does hypnotism
Yep.
help
Yep.
them
I get
become more
business
successful?
owners. Yes. So we have to work through their blocks, right? Mental and emotional blocks, or certain fears or habits, or a number of mindset issues. And stress is
Mm-hmm.
one of them too. Insomnia. I'll tell you, Jill, everyone that I've worked with sleeps better. I
Interesting.
would say, honestly, it's about 99% or higher that when they come in, they actually sleep better, even if that's not what we are working on. Okay, even if they
Interesting.
come into me for sports performance or nail biting, they sleep better. It helps with nightmares too. I've had a number of people who had night terrors and nightmares that go away
Would I
when we,
sleepwalkers?
yeah, sleepwalkers, yep, all of it, right? The nightmares, the night terrors,
Wow.
all that vanishes when we work together because that is in the subconscious part of your mind, right?
Yeah.
Nightmares and all that is in your subconscious. And that's what hypnotism is working with. So,
Oh
yeah,
my goodness. I love
you
this.
have it all.
All right. And by the
Yeah,
way, hypnotism works like this. We could be on a Zoom call. Is it Zoom? Is it phone
absolutely.
call? Is it
Hmm.
how do we do it these days? You could do it in person, but tell me it works this way too.
Yeah, I love in person, but I have a lot of people that have done it with Zoom. I recently finished with a client in Taiwan. I have another client that's out of state, and we just do Zoom sessions. And it works great because I just have them put headphones in instead of speaker, and then it's going right into their head.
Oh my
So it
goodness.
works great on
Wow.
Zoom.
And
Yep.
I have to say this because I've never heard of someone saying like they guarantee this, right?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
guaranteed. Like
because it works. Yeah.
yeah.
I told you last time that, yeah, the smoking session is one session with a lifetime guarantee. And other issues tend to be a little more complex where we have to work on layers at a time to pull back. Maybe one time in a session we're working on traumas, maybe another time we're working on stress or other emotional issues connected to their main issue that they've come to me to resolve.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah,
Wow.
I love what I do. It's fascinating.
Great. And do you have any upcoming speaking engagements? Are we going to be out there anywhere for the holidays? Where can we find you next? Are you going to be on stage anywhere?
Well, yeah, I have a speech this Friday for a corporate event that's local. And yeah, I'm on a service called bark.com, bark.com, Thumbtack, and you can just Google Amy the Happy Hypnotist to find me to do speaking. So I've had a number of people reach out to me that way, just finding me on Google or finding me through various services. I'm on Gig Salad and the Bash. All those help you or any listener find me as a speaker, a motivational speaker. Now, the speaking is great. I got to quickly talk about that because
Sure.
instead of me just getting up and speaking, I get the audience involved. I can do a whole audience hypnotism session where we help reduce stress or whatever it is, right? Confidence. I've done one with a sales team where we let go of fears with the whole, everyone in attendance, the audience. And I've done others where we do part amazing content and then part hypnosis show where we get everyone laughing. I bring up a few people, hypnotize them, get them to do funny things. The whole audience is laughing their heads off. It's a blast.
Oh my goodness. I love it. But some people also hear, oh, stage hypnosis, that's not real. I mean, tell me about that, right? People are like, well, she made me quack like a
Yeah.
duck. You could probably really do that if you want to, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't get that much. because my main job is to make sure that the audience understands that it's real.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have someone on stage that is not quite getting there in time, I'm going to send them back to their seat, because I only want those who are serious and can follow my instructions and get into the hypnotic state. And it's very real. The last one I did last month, where I did a show, I had someone come up to me and say, I don't know what you did, but I'm sweating. I don't remember it. That's pretty common, that people don't remember, or they'll do things that are out of character, but it's all good fun. I'm not going to have anything that would cause someone to really be embarrassed, or, but, and then at the end, I give them before I pull them out of hypnotism, I give them a nice parting gift, which is that I put a lot of great stuff into their subconscious before I pull them out, such as your relationships are better, your health, you sleep better at night, various things. When you see a clock, you're reminded to make this hour of your life better than the previous hour. And I go on and on about, so I give them that gift before I pull them out. And that, for those that come up on the stage, you're going to be more successful this year. You're going to be more confident, and you're going to make more money.
Oh my goodness.
And that gets people stampeding,
I'm sure,
to the stage.
Yeah. Can hypnosis really help me create more money? You've seen it happen, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I have several clients that have come to me that are business owners for more success. My Optimized Greatness program has that as part of it too. The Optimized Greatness program is a comprehensive program that I put all my best stuff together. It resolves past traumas or any issues, and takes you on this journey through 8 sessions where we are getting rid of all the garbage, right? All the garbage in the basement, all the mental blocks, all the emotional issues. First, we're getting rid of those, and then we are gradually building up more confidence, more self-esteem, better sleep, better peace and happiness and success. And so it's like a climactic progression where we're just really clearing out the garbage and adding great stuff so that at the end, they're a new person.
Oh my goodness. I love it. All right. Just remind how we can contact you. It's the Happy Hypnotist, correct?
AmyKoford.com.
Perfect. Google the Happy Hypnotist. You popped up. Google ratings, amazing. There's people talking about clearly all the work you've done, and it's just insane because how did you even discover this? Could you just share? There's new people out there listening. How did you know? How did you find out this secret sauce? And it really is hypnosis, because it can help so much, right?
Yes. Well, I became interested in it several years ago. I had gone to regular therapy, and I felt like I wanted to try something new. Through several experiences of my past, I had learned that alternative methods can work really great. In fact, so well that I was more inclined to go that direction. So I started looking into it, and I went to a hypnotist and was a client. I said, I got to look into this and try it out for myself before I certify to be a hypnotist. So then I really liked it, and then I turned around and certified. Now, part of my story is that I, in the past, have gone through severe depressions and anxiety. I've been there. I feel like that helps me, right? Because I've been through several kind of long-term, very, very severe depression that has it all with it, right? Panic attacks and anxiety and insomnia and all of it. So when people come to me, I know what that's like. I don't just say, oh yeah, that sounds really hard. Like I'll say, you know what? I know exactly what you're going through. Like I've been there. I know how hard it is. And I want you to know that you will be okay. I came out of it. You can too. And I promise you're going to be okay. I know it doesn't feel like it at the moment. I remember it very well, how you just feel like you're in a dark pit and you can't climb out of it. But I promise you'll be okay. And life is beautiful on the outside of that hole. You're going to come out of it into the sunshine. And you go, yes, I did it. So I feel like that helps me a lot. right? Because I can totally resonate with people, and then they feel a better rapport. Like, yeah, she knows what she's doing and she gets what I'm going through, how difficult this is for me. And I give them that hope. You're going to be okay, because I know they will,
Yeah.
So that, yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. At the time that I was going through those very, very difficult moments of my life, I didn't see any purpose to it. It just seemed like it was really a hard thing to go through. But like all of our challenges in life, we learn, we grow, and then we can take our challenges and bless the lives of others with what we've learned.
Oh, beautiful. And you're even helping people not just like lose weight in a sense, right? You can help people lose weight, right? Like, but at the same time, to actually start eating healthier, right? It's not just about losing the weight, but you can help their brains recreate better, healthier food habits, right? Like, this is
Well, yeah. So I'm giving them the mindset of a thin
the
person.
mindset. That's the word. Yeah. It's all about the mindset.
Like, here's what a thin person would do. But it's more than that. With weight loss, I like to say, what is it that's keeping you from getting there? Is it emotional eating? Is it that you had a childhood where you didn't have enough food? Like, what we've got to solve all those issues to make it easy for you.
Yeah.
We have to resolve all that stuff that's really making it difficult. And then you'll discover that it's much easier. I also make sure that I help them love themselves. We got to get them to stop criticizing themselves.
Oh.
That's a big one. You have to stop criticizing yourself. You have to love yourself. And then it's easy to take care of yourself because you have more respect and a higher regard for who you are. So it just falls into place.
Wow. Well, you've been doing this for a while, and do you have any like really good stories? What have you been doing the past, like since I talked to you last? I mean, any good client stories of things you're working on? And, obviously, we always just have random conversation, which I love, but is there anything that you want to tell me today?
Well, I mean, like I mentioned, someone came to me that was at one of my speeches a couple of weeks ago, and she said, I slept better for the next few nights than I have for years. So I started working with her last week. And then, I had someone else recently start who was really struggling. She's in her low 20s with self-esteem. I had someone earlier this year that was throwing up a lot because of anxiety, straight up anxiety. Like her anxiety was so severe that she would just throw up every day. And I have someone coming in tomorrow with that same exact issue. I love to play pickleball. And someone that I play in this big group of pickleball players was telling me about her daughter. And I said, wow, that is someone. I had a client just like that a few months ago who was throwing up with anxiety. So this fellow pickleball player said, my daughter is throwing up all the time. She's in college. And so,
oh my gosh,
we gotta fix this. Then we have to find out, what is the root cause? What is it that's really going on in there? And ironically, sometimes people they don't realize it, but they're holding on to those fears. It's serving some secondary purpose to them.
Wow.
And so that's something I have to work on too. Sometimes people are hesitant to let go of fear and anxiety because it serves as what they inadvertently look at as a security blanket.
By the way, I've never played pickleball. I'm dying to play pickleball. That gives me anxiety. I don't even know how to play it. Oh,
it is
my first time doing
fun.
something. And my friend who I just met, her husband owns the whole thing. I live on Long Island in New York, right? And so she has a whole pickleball studio, pickleball gym. I don't know what they call it, but her husband runs it. I'm I'm so embarrassed to say I never went.
It is so much fun. Once you get into it, you're hooked. There's a reason why it's like caught on like it's so much fun. I play with my 14-year-old son, and he keeps beating me, so I keep trying to get better and better so I can win more games against my 14-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
I have 5 kids, by the way, so I have plenty to choose from.
What are the age ranges?
My oldest is 25. My second is 23. My third just turned 21 a few days ago.
Oh my goodness.
My fourth is 14, and my last, I had 4 boys in a row. And then I had my girl, number 5, and she's 12.
God bless you. I don't know how you do it. I have 7 and
It's a
9, 2 boys, and
blast.
it's just like, wow, blast. Oh my gosh. Are you done or is there any more in the future?
No. I've been done for years, but it's so much fun. I actually love having 5. I'm a more the merrier kind of person.
Oh, that is beautiful. Do any of them
It's
dabble in this? Have you helped them, your children with hypnotism for like
I
homework and
try,
studying or?
but like so many things, if it's mom, they're not gonna take it seriously. I tried to teach some of my kids piano lessons, and it just doesn't work. They're not going to take me seriously. I have to outsource it and get them piano lesson teachers. So it's
Oh.
kind of the same principle where when I try to do hypnotism with my kids, they're like, nope.
Oh my goodness. I love it. God, thank you for making the
Yeah.
time for us and to be a working mom who has a great job and great career. God bless you. It's not easy. My goodness. And,
Well, my two oldest are moved out. I mean, I'm just down to 2, which is kind of sad to me. And they're in
oh,
school all day. But they're still my joy in my life. So
and I'm sure a lot of your clients keep coming back, right? I feel like they've bonded to you because of the stuff you've helped them change. Do you have clients
we get
come
very
back?
close.
Say it again?
We get very close
Mm-hmm.
in these sessions because we're working on very, very personal, life changing. Yeah, I get to be very good friends. No, not comes because they're good. But, once we've done the initial thing that they've come back for, they're good to go. The only time that I get people back is when some other things come up in their lives. For example, someone that I helped stop smoking last fall came back to me this summer to help her with fear of heights. And so we worked on that. She did great. She went skydiving the next day.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, sometimes people come back if they have other things, but as far as when they come to me for certain things, they're good. They don't really need to come back because we resolved it. So it's a
Hmm.
give a reading.
Can you help someone? Okay, ready? I have my biggest trouble, my biggest hardship is organization. Like the downstairs in my home is say super organized. If you go upstairs to my bedroom, like there in the hallway, there's piles of stuff and bills and mail, and then you go into the bathroom, the hallway. It's like I can't focus on getting that done. I always do what people see because I feel like then they'll judge me. They'll like, but I never have enough. I always say I don't have enough time. Which being a single mom with 2 kids, I don't have a lot of time. But
Yeah.
what is really going on there? Like it's years of the same stuff, or not even the same stuff, because I'll eventually move it. But then
Yeah.
new stuff piles up in those areas. What is that? What's wrong?
Well, first of all, you have my respect. Single mom working 2 kids. That's a lot.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
But even when I didn't have kids, I
What?
look back and I think like my old condo, like the same thing. I'd have a problem with stuff piling up on floors. I couldn't control
Yeah.
it. But it's more severe now. But yeah, so I feel like I've always had that in me. I don't know what that is and how it could be fixed. My sister says, go see a psychologist. And I'm like, it's probably related to childhood trauma. And I'm like, or a
Yeah.
psychiatrist. I don't know. I'm
I
like,
would recommend a hypnotist because what's happening is that there are certain associations and certain fears there. When you are thinking about doing it, these certain fears kick in. Who knows what they're related to? You may know, you may not know. That's okay. Either way, there are certain things that your mind is associating with that from your past. So,
well,
as a hypnotist, I would say, all right, there's something way in there.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I grew up in a house where my mom was a clean freak and like used to clean houses for a living. And I remember always getting yelled at if I didn't clean right, I didn't organize right. And now and it was like really bad, like yelling, like hitting if we didn't and the truth is, here I am now.
Yeah, that
I'm
makes sense.
struggling with that. But then I'm like, but I'm also now like the same way with my kids, yelling at them. I'm not as bad, but clean up, pick up, do this. I sound like I'm repeating her. And I'm like, am I being punished? What's the cyclical cycle? Now my kids aren't listening, or do all kids not listen? And my mom was just too strict. And like, what's wrong? Did it really affect me where my mom was superly like crazy about cleanliness, where I'm Now, if I clearly am affected, but like I can't get it straight.
Well, what emotions came up back then?
Back then, oh my God, I was crying, so hurt,
Yeah.
like upset, like
Okay.
scared. It was like I used to call her Mommy Dearest, and then she used to hate that. Do you remember Mommy Dearest? No wire hangers. Oh,
Well, I've seen it.
yeah.
Seen that movie. Yeah. So what's happening then is, your mind is associating cleaning and organizing with the emotions of those times in your past. And so it's steering you away from that. One of the jobs of our subconscious mind is to protect us, to keep us alive and safe. And so what it's seeing is a perception of something that could harm you, because in the past, it emotionally harmed you.
Yeah.
So that's why you have this aversion to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And the truth is, I'll try. Like, I rarely get a day to myself. And like 3 weeks ago, I got one day to myself, but I could only, and I thought I'd tackle the whole bathroom and the bedroom. I could barely do half of the bathroom. Like and I don't work like, okay, like here's like my desk. Like if I organize papers, I can't, I have to work here. Then I have to work here. Then it's like this ADHD like thing. I just can't finish one task at a time. I have to, I don't know why. Am I procrastinating by doing little all around? And then in the end, nothing gets done. But a little gets done. But then the new thing starts coming in. It's like my family jokes with me, I'm a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder, but I have the hoarder tendencies. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah.
I was going to ask if you have ADHD.
I think I do, but how do I know if I do? I've never went to a doctor.
It kind of sounds like it because, some of the clients that have come to me for ADHD issues where we work on organization, or a lot of it is just banishing those fears that got built up, and it affects the ADHD.
Yeah.
Right? There's certain perfectionist tendencies, or there's certain tendencies.
Yes.
Well, so there's a lot to that.
I'm so sorry just to randomly talk, but we just do, and it just came up. And thank you. Yeah.
Let's talk about things like this because, the mind is very complex. And so, there are several issues that are affecting that. And when you go to think about or go to organize, your mind is like, nope, danger, danger, like all these red lights, these warning signs are coming on. Because it knows that it's going to cause you certain difficult emotions.
Yeah.
So it's protecting you. The mind is amazing. I get a lot of people who didn't know what happened to them. Whenever I have a client that say, I don't remember my childhood, I don't remember anything from before I was 8 years old or 10 or 5 or whatever, I'll think, the mind is protecting them from someone or something. Like something happened that it has blocked out. Now, the only problem with that is, as nice as that sounds, where they don't remember something terrible, it is still in there and it is affecting them. And so we have to resolve it in order for them to move on and move forward. Because even though their mind has completely blocked out certain very difficult, terrible things that happened to them as children, the effects of it are still festering and kind of bubbling under the surface, causing problems.
Wow. So. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We maybe we should do a session. I might need 10 sessions, but then I'm going to program ADHD. I get so nervous and anxiety. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't commit. This day, that time I have sports. I have this. That's just me. Anyway, there's people that suffer that can be helped, and I understand there's a lot that you do. I mean, people can go the medical route, go see a doctor to get their help. People can go to the naturopathic way to get help. They can also go to your way, which is it's naturopathic, right? It's alternative medicine in a sense.
Yeah, I consider it such.
Yeah. So just know that there's something to help everyone. And sorry, we're over talking, but it happens sometimes. So we have to go. But I always love speaking with you. My happy
You're
friend.
Beautiful. You are amazing. And everyone out there listening, please know that you are an amazing miracle.
Oh, that is
You're
so
on this
true.
world to shine your light. We're all here for each other. We're all in this together.
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely. Amy, how do we contact you?
AmyKoford.com, AmyKoford.com, or just Google Amy Koford or Amy the Happy Hypnotist.
Yeah.
And there's a number of ways to contact me.
Go ahead.
You can email or call or anything. So I am so excited to meet with anyone, and especially any kind of speaking. Any of you out there looking for speakers, there's a lot of you. I see these leads. There's a lot of people out there looking for speakers, and give me a try because it's so much fun and so life-changing. I make absolutely sure of it.
Beautiful. Amy, can I ask you a question? It may be silly. You guys all probably will laugh, but you're in Salt Lake City. Is that anywhere near Park City, Utah?
Very close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Just because
Park City is just a very short drive from Salt Lake City. I'm north of Salt Lake in the suburbs. But yeah, Park City, it's a fun place. They have the Sundance Film Festival there every January. And lots of skiing.
I'm hoping to come there in the future, and I will look you up. But I would love to see
Please
you.
do.
Thank you so much. But hopefully we'll connect again before then. But I'm serious. Thank you so much. You're such a doll. You're just a happy soul, happy person, and the happy.
Well, you are too.
Thank you.
You're an amazing
You have
person.
a fantastic day, sweetheart. Okay.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay.
To all of our listeners,
Bye.
stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, you know? I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.